Are you ready to transform your pool into a stunning oasis? At Mainland Pool Service, they're a family-owned business committed to keeping your pool looking pristine all year round. They believe that pool care should be proactive, not reactive, which is why their skilled team handles everything from routine cleaning to complex issues with precision. They prioritize clear communication and personalized solutions to exceed your expectations. Join the Mainland Pool Service family today and experience the difference their expertise and dedication can bring to your relaxation retreat. Contact them now at mainlandpoolservice.com.
Jeff Dunham, Artificial Intelligence, his all-new tour.
You're the other white meat.
How can you be so smart on one hand and so stupid on the other? Well, you're half of it.
I realize I could have avoided all this years ago with one simple word. I do not. Silence!
Don't miss a Memphis. Friday, April 10th, FedEx Forum. Tickets on sale Monday, September 29th at jeffdunham.com.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing beats catching your Grizzlies IRL, and nobody knows that better than you. So next time you want to hit up a game, Ticketmaster's got your back with tickets to every upcoming matchup. Whether you're catching the Grizzlies at home or on the road, you'll find tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Keep putting that jersey collection to use and get Grizzlies tickets today. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside again soon, Memphis.
The heaviest metal credit card of all time. Rumored to be one of only 18 in existence. Plated with the very same tungsten that forged the International Space Station. And wielded at business dinners like a samurai sword. It's a classic corporate power move. But the real power move? Having end-to-end visibility on your most critical shipments. FedEx, the new power move.
New Amsterdam Vodka is an official partner of the Memphis Grizzlies. It's the only exceptionally smooth vodka that is 5 times distilled, 3 times filtered, and rated 93 points. New Amsterdam believes wins big and small become legendary when you celebrate them with your crew. So here's to the blue, white, and gold, the Memphis grit and grind, and reliving winning moments big and small with Tennessee's favorite basketball team. New Amsterdam Vodka. Find your wins.
Fridays at FedEx Forum just got a whole lot more fun for the family. With the Family Friday ticket offer, a $35 game ticket gets you a $10 food voucher and access to pregame shoot-around. Additionally, for every 4 tickets purchased, you get an autographed item from the Grizzlies vault. Capture moments that last a lifetime for birthdays, youth groups, and other family-friendly celebrations. Visit grizzlies.com/Friday to grab your tickets today.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing compares to catching your Grizzlies IRL. And that all starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can catch every highlight. Put that jersey collection to use for the next game and get Grizzlies tickets at Ticketmaster. Whether they're here at FedEx Forum or on the road, Ticketmaster's got your back when it comes to scoring tickets. And there's no better brag than saying you saw it live.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item, whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
Live from downtown Memphis, this is the Chris Vernon Show on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, here's your host, Chris Vernon.
Here we go. It's noon on GrindCityMedia.com. It's Chris Vernon Show. Welcome. It's the Thursday, March 26th, 2026 edition of the show. Today on the show, Spurs had 12 dunks last night, and they rated them in their post-game show. We will get to that, as we got to see Victor Wembanyama and the San Antonio Spurs live and in person last night at FedEx Forum, and man, did they put on a show. We will get to that. We will get to all of the news and notes of the day. It is Sweet 16 time. Therefore, we will catch up with our favorite Las Vegas wise guy, Allan Boston, will give us his thoughts on the Sweet 16. That's coming up at 12:30. It is a Thursday. It's beautiful out. Smile. Let's do it. Turn it up. Hope everybody's having a good day. All right, tons of stuff to get to on the show today, not the least of which is we were at FedEx Forum last night to watch the San Antonio Spurs versus Memphis Grizzlies, a game that the Grizzlies lost by 25, and we were going in order to see Victor Wembanyama in person and that San Antonio team, which has been one of the hottest teams in the entire NBA, and if it were not for Oklahoma City winning virtually every game post-All-Star break, would certainly be the number one seed. They gained a game last night by virtue of the Thunder losing to the Celtics, but we got to see them up close and personal last night. We'll give you our thoughts on that. As I mentioned, Allan Boston is going to tell us who he likes in the Sweet 16 coming up a little bit later in the show as those games get underway this evening, and I am so excited for these games. These are unbelievable matchups, not only for just being a basketball fan, but also for somebody that has a team that's got 2 lottery picks as of this very moment. Shout out to the Orlando Magic. Before I get to anything, I'll welcome John Roser to the show. John Roser, a.k.a. the Cologne Ranger, the Body Spray Bandit, in your set. Johnny Backpull, Johnny Bearcat, the Grim Roser, John Asparagus, Johnny Neck Carb, John Lance. He's Dr. Thunder. He's John the Polluter. He's John Sweeney.
I'm not saying we got to have a conversation about a certain NBA team and a certain NBA superstar player, but can we just put it on the radar maybe? Just maybe put Anthony Edwards and the Minnesota Timberwolves on the radar.
He didn't play last night.
I know, and they're 4-1 without him.
Devin Walker's here. He's the microphone mangler, Senor Quasadilla. Mr. Math, Navajo Joe.
Put it on the
reporter, the photographer. He sure is. He's Walker 93.
I'm just trying to watch our song get dunked on, bro. Because I just need to I hope Taylor Hendricks burns that tape from last night. My dog got put in a coffin a couple times.
We really liked
Shout out Taylor Hendricks.
We really liked Taylor Hendricks. Loved him when we met him a few weeks ago here in studio. And last night, the San Antonio Spurs have Spurs basketball en Español, their Spanish broadcast. Therefore, as you know, when there is a Spanish broadcast in town, when there is basketball en Español, I get moved out of my seat. So I moved upstairs last night, and I sat next to Devin Walker, and Devin Walker can attest. When Stephon Castle went to the basket, morphed into Dominique Wilkins, jumped off 2 feet, and threw down the violent dunk. This one, I almost flipped my chair backwards.
We almost ran out of there, bro.
Turn the audio on. The San Antonio, and this is just disrespectful.
That was one of like 3 dunks in the first quarter for him.
You know how hard you got to dunk the ball, bro, to make somebody go backwards,
Do you know the San Antonio announcer last night? Can we turn the audio on this? He said he took the life of Hendricks.
Sensational.
He took the life of Hendricks. That's
Castle the big pass. Castle drives in and just took the life of Hendricks.
took the life.
Yeah,
that was tough.
You can't get dunked on like that.
So then,
body to body,
they had 12 dunks in the game. This was like a dunk contest last night.
Harlem Globetrotters.
They're just taking turns dunking on us last night. And this is the Wemby one. Oh, no, this is I mean, they had 12 dunks last night in the game. It was just over and over again, and they just kept getting more ridiculous. Here's the Castle windmill.
Oh, I got that on video. By the way, I have it on video, and you're in the background saying, "Oh my God!"
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So, anyways.
This is bullying, bro.
Yeah, that was. By the way, Fox didn't play in this game. All right. Can we go ahead before I get into the worst part about all of this?
Look at Javon Small.
Not a record for dunks in a game
Small.
either, though.
Oh, never mind.
Huh?
Not a record for dunks in a game.
Thanks, Roser.
Yeah.
Probably a record for posters in the game, though.
Look, let me tell you something. Wembanyama.
Gigi. Get out the way!
Oh, my gosh.
The sequence with Gigi and Wembanyama
It was amazing.
Just crazy.
Yeah.
Hey, it tells you
All right.
how he's wired different, though, because he could have took that 3. But he got
Could
dunked.
have.
He dunked. He was like, "You dunked on me, so I got to get you back in blood."
Yes. All right. Can we just acknowledge that being there in person and watching that guy be able to guard virtually 5 people at the same time is the most ridiculous thing we've ever seen in our. Honestly, when you see it in person, you get it.
Yeah.
Yes, I was.
It's
thoroughly
like,
entertained.
okay, dude.
Yeah.
All right. This is. I mean, we're at games every single night. We're at games every single night. And you know what? I had a Spurs fan reach out to me, and he was like, hey, man, sorry, but I can't tell you how much I love this. When we were going through our hard times, you guys bullied us,
Actually,
we're straddling our heads and dunking on them. Ja's like, straddling Jakob Portal and dropping 50-something on them. And when they were going through their hard times, we didn't take it easy on them. We humiliated them over and over. So they got it back in blood last night. And my God, did they get it back in blood. I'm doing the post-game show last night. And the trucks are, the TV trucks are down there, and the broadcasts work in tandem of sorts, right? They're working off the same highlights, they're working off the same stuff, whatever. So there is an awareness of what they're doing on their post-game show, right? With ours. Like the trucks know what's going on. So we go to our first break. And I hear in the headset, oh, my God. Guys, they've got Keldon Johnson on their broadcast, and they are rating each dunk that they had. And I was like, what? Dude, no way. I was like, no way. There's no way Keldon Johnson has and then I hear, oh, they're holding up numbers for the dunks.
This is what we're doing?
I found it.
This
is their post-game show last night.
In this game, which ties a season high for you guys. We want you to rate these dunks like a dunk contest. Can we do this one by one?
Yeah, for sure. Let's do it.
Okay. Let's start with the Steph Castle windmill. Take us through what this is, what score this is.
I'm going to give that a 7 out of 10, but only, well, no. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. It's just he make it look so easy.
Yeah, he does.
So 8 out of 10?
Yeah, he actually did that dunk this morning, like just one step, barely warm up. So we're going to give him an 8 out of 10.
Oh, you got the score on the thing.
Look at the screen. We got KJ's own dunk.
Oh, we got, okay. Okay, there you go.
Here we go.
All right.
There's Steph's poster dunk.
So Steph's poster dunk is next. This thing was nasty when we get a look at it.
I mean, that.
On Taylor Hendricks. What do we got there?
I'm going to give it a 100 out of 10. That's probably one of the craziest dunks I ever seen.
That was nasty.
Nasty.
Was
and the crazy thing is, he dunked on the way up. It looked like he just shot off a trampoline. So I'm going to give him 100 out of 10. I told him after that was probably the craziest in-game dunk I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Well,
what about this one from Victor after the dunk on the other end? Ooh.
Ooh, I love that angle right there.
That angle is crazy.
What's that one? What do you rate that one, KJ?
I'm going to give that 100 out of 10. Because that was crazy,
I mean, we got to laugh.
Bro.
Yeah.
To come back and
He
get
didn't even get to the
worst
one, bro. The one that pissed me off the most.
Hold on. They're not done.
Crazy.
Okay.
They come back the next possession. That was crazy.
Julian had a poster dunk as well.
All right. Oh,
so we have to rate this one.
I mean, you guys were just, it was a
12 dunks tonight.
Dunk fest.
Oh, my God. It's a long night.
Taylor Hendricks. He's going to have nightmares about this one.
I'm going to give him a 10 out of 10.
I'll take 10 out of 10.
I don't know the last time I seen Julian dunk on somebody.
He had one. He had a nice baseline dunk.
The other night, yeah.
Yeah.
But this one was body to body, though.
Yeah, it was.
Last time I seen him do that was his second year summer league.
Yeah, I remember that.
Charlotte. Yeah.
I remember that dunk. I remember that. That was nasty.
So what about this one? This is a bonus.
This is Devin.
This is you, my man.
Oh.
What's this one?
2 out of 10.
2?
Yeah,
no, come on. That's it? 2?
Yeah, my teammates' dunks was better than mine. That's the only reason I dunked it, because my teammates we get a 2 out of 10. That was a simple one-hand dunk. We got Devin. We forgot Devin's dunk.
Here's Devin.
Well, we do have Devin's.
We got Devin's dunk.
We got it.
And because Devin's was feeling athletic, we're going to give Devin a 10.
Okay.
All right.
We'll give him a 10 because I don't know the last time Devin dunked, but he came through the lane and dunked, so we're going to give Devin a 10.
All right, when they're getting to Champagnie and Vassell, it's like, okay, come on, bro. Seriously.
To get into the guys that never dunk.
Like when Julian Champagnie pump faked and took it to the rack and I looked at you, I said, bro, yes.
Julian Champagnie,
he doesn't dunk, bro.
That dunk was so crazy that it happened that it caused a 5-minute conversation between me and Devin where I said, where did he go to college? Do you know?
I should know.
I don't remember Julian Champagnie at all.
He looks completely different, too.
I should know this.
You should?
You should?
I had him in the G League.
I honestly.
And his brother, Justin.
I don't remember him at all as a collegiate basketball player.
But it was a couple of years ago when
Who was the school? Is it a small school or big school? What do you think?
I want to say. I feel like it's a small school.
They are in the Sweet 16.
Arizona.
No, they are.
It's not Arizona.
Hold on.
No.
Time out. They're in the Sweet 16.
How long is it going to take you to get to it?
It's not Arizona?
It is not Arizona.
It's not Arizona.
They are in the Sweet 16. Julian Champagnie, college team. Let's see how far he gets down the 16.
Yeah, this is
because we pulled the photo and I was like, what?
I had no idea.
Did he go to Michigan?
No. Undrafted.
Yeah. He was 2-time something when he played for the school, too.
Undrafted player. I had no idea. Again, this is the conversations me and Devin are having. I'm like,
did he go to Texas?
No.
Okay.
I'm like, where did he go? All right, so now you're 0 for 2. I said, where did he go to college? And he pulled it up, and I was like, what? When?
He did not go to Iowa or Nebraska.
He did not go to Iowa or Nebraska, but you're 0 for 4.
I knew he didn't go to those.
All right, so look, you got 16 teams.
Yeah.
You're
Who
0
else,
for 4.
who else is in the? Well, I know he didn't go to Tennessee. Like, I know that. I know he didn't go to Tennessee.
Process of elimination,
I know he didn't go to Arkansas, and he did not go to Alabama. Like, I would know those.
Process of elimination. Look at you.
SEC schools,
That's
I would
pretty
know
good.
that.
That's pretty good. Pretty good thought process,
There you go,
Roser.
Rosen. Shout out Christian Brothers.
Where did Julian Champagnie go to college?
If he went to Houston, I would know it, right?
Would you?
You would think so.
I think I would know that.
You would think so.
You would think so.
Okay, he didn't go to Houston. If he went to Houston, I'm so screwed. Sorry, we literally played them for years. I'm saying he didn't go to Houston. Illinois.
Nope.
That they are in Champaign though, which is close.
St. John's.
Yes,
He's a
he did go to St.
guy.
John's?
Yes, bro.
Damn.
He was 2-time All Big East.
I have no recollection of this.
2-time All Big East, bro.
Julian Champagnie, and in fact, would have never even thought of it if he didn't dunk on us last night.
Yeah,
it never even dawned on me.
No idea, bro.
But I was like, I don't, you think about the, especially with college basketball being so hot right now and the Sweet 16 going on. I was like, you think about where these guys went to college, and I am continuously amazed at how many I don't remember in college, honestly.
Yeah.
Especially when you get to the Sweet 16 like this. Yeah. Like, I don't remember Devin Vassell at all in college.
At Florida State?
He was Florida State.
No, I don't remember him, though.
He was Florida State, right?
No,
I don't remember him in college, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, they were.
I don't. There's a lot of guys that are very successful in the NBA that I don't. There's very few De'Aaron Foxes where it's like, all right, I remember that like it was yesterday.
Yeah, right.
Watching him play against Alonzo in the tournament here. But there's a lot of guys in the NBA, and Champagnie's a perfect example where it's like, I don't have any recollection. You could have told me he went anywhere. Yeah. And when he pulled up St. John's, I was like, what? When?
Yeah.
Who did he play for? He played for Mike Anderson.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Which I forgot about the Mike Anderson St. John's era. Because it was not good.
Yeah, it was
not
sure
good.
Chris Middleton.
And I loved Mike Anderson at obviously, he did a very good job at Missouri. He did a very good job at UAB. The Arkansas thing was very flawed. And I thought he was going to be great there. Obviously, he was, he was Nolan's old guy. Yeah. I really thought Mike Anderson was going to win big at Arkansas. Did a very good job at the other two stops.
Yeah.
For sure. And he had good players.
It's Julian Champagnie at one point.
It's weird.
2-time All Big East player.
Kind of wild.
Yeah, it's weird. So, like, his brother, they're twins.
Yeah, they're twins, yeah.
His brother did not go to St. John's, though. His brother went to Pitt.
Oh, he did?
Obviously, they're twins. Same years. Like, his brother went to Pitt, though.
I mean, he did grow beard and a hair if you look at him now. But
I just don't remember him at all.
No.
But my God, that was it was a runway, and poor Taylor Hendricks just catching it.
Men in Black the film, bro.
Also, saw something last night that I look, there's a lot of things I saw last night that I've never seen before. But when we got to halftime, and we've got the hustle board up there, and it says offensive rebounding percentage 0.0, I was like, okay. Like, this is you could put a dead person at the free throw line and the ball's going to hit him once.
Yeah.
How is that possible? How did the ball not carry him oddly? Because it's not like we made a ton of shots. Like, we didn't get one offensive rebound.
We shot 36%.
Roger, we didn't get one until late in the fourth quarter, bro.
We shot horribly.
For a team, we had 3. Wembanyama had 6.
At least one of them
himself.
At least one of them deaky rim shots would have hit somebody.
Something.
Because them deaky shots was ricocheting everywhere.
Man.
Just
Wemby was like, shoot it.
The odds of that happening, honestly, for it to not carry him oddly one time, for you to get 2 shots at it.
Yeah.
He tried to drive like right into Wemby, go one-on-one and drive at him, and he like bumped Wemby, and Wemby didn't move, and he he looked up and just dribbled right back out.
How many times did Walter Clayton think he had a step?
Oh man,
that was that. Hey, years ago, I filmed a video with Deontay Davis where I went and played Deontay Davis one-on-one in, it was at, maybe it was at Second Pres or one of these churches here in town. But we went there and we filmed this video of me playing Deontay Davis one-on-one. And at one point, like, I had this exact moment that Walter Clayton had last night where he, like, came up real close and I like, took off because I was just trying to shoot over him all the time, and he was just blocking everything. And there was one moment where I was like, oh, I got the step. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I got the step, and he, like, took, like, one step and, like, just pinned it. And I was like, I for sure did not have a step on it. You know what I mean? The closing, it's like, it's honestly like an adult playing against a child.
Yeah. No, for real.
That is what it is like. And the fact that his mobility is so insane that he recovers anything. Like, you see these guys, they just don't drive, and then every once in a while they do, and then he just closes it.
Yeah. Or they drive and
it's
they
like
turn,
you're
or they turn
not
around.
scoring at the goal.
Yeah.
If he's paying attention. The only chance you have is that he's got his back turned to it or something. But like last night, you didn't even have a fifth player, so he's just standing out there like that.
Yes.
Didn't he, like, earlier this week, didn't he, like, block a reverse?
Yes, bro.
Like, the point of
you
the
tried to, like,
reverse
block
is
the
to
rim.
keep you from blocking, and he just goes
stretched it.
underneath the goal and blocks it.
No, if he's
Like,
paying attention, bro, you're not scoring.
he had 5 blocks in the first half last night. It's the 5th time this season he has had 5 blocks in a half. The rest of the NBA has only done that 4 times this
Bro,
year.
he could have 20 if guys would shoot.
Yes.
They avoid him like the plague.
They turn around. Like, if a guy sees him anywhere near, they turn around and go to the other direction.
I mean, we watched our team do it a couple years ago.
Yeah, on a fast break.
They did it on a
said,
fast
we
break.
good. We're good, bro.
I mean, of those, there was probably 7 times he could have possibly blocked it. And he blocked it 5.
Yeah.
I'm saying that if there was more opportunity to block the shots, he would block. You're not getting a shot off against him. There was one. Cedric Coward pulled up a 3, and Wemby, like, got there a little late and outstretched, and I was like, well, if nothing else, that is an amazing picture.
Yeah, because he got it over.
Because, like, you actually shot it over him just because he was one step late. But if he would have been one step closer, that ball is at the other end of the court.
Yes. And it's another dunk.
I love how you see how Draymond tried to, like, downplay what he said. He was like, I love how Wemby said the game is 50% defense. He said the obvious thing out loud. I'm like, Draymond, stop. Don't do that. Don't do the thing. You see the whole press conference he did last night? He was like, Wemby went on a press conference talking about the game is 50%.
I'm going to be doing the bit on this on the mismatch tonight.
I'm like, bro, come on, Draymond.
His entire career.
Come on, Draymond.
His entire career is him being praised and honored for defense.
Exactly.
Yes.
He has played an entire career averaging 9 points a game. Defensive guys don't get credit. He's been all NBA. He's won. He's been on all defense 9 times. He's won defensive player. Like, what are we talking about? If anybody should thank the nerds for giving credit to defense, it's Draymond Green.
Exactly.
His whole career is based on defense.
He's going to be in the Hall of Fame.
He's going to be in the Hall of Fame because of defense.
Defense is stomping.
What are we talking about?
Yeah, he did that.
You think anybody's honored you because of your offense? You've averaged 9 points for a career, and you're going to go in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
What?
What are you doing, Draymond?
Yeah.
Just make it about him. Like,
of course.
He wants to make everything about him.
Of course.
I
saw that quote and I was like, come on, bro.
That Wemby thing, though, to see it in person, I'm free to say this. Steph obviously held that crown forever for me. It's not even close anymore. He's the one. 2C. I would tell you next year, if you miss these, you have to see it in person to believe it.
Yeah.
It's truly unlike anything you have ever seen. And that is used hyperbolically a lot. It is not with him.
And he's got kids, too. You see it there last night, dude. I saw so many kids wearing Spurs 1
Bro,
jerseys.
it was. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Did these people just dig in their closet for Spurs jerseys? Like, it wasn't just Wemby. It was like
I saw some Ginobili,
Duncan.
They showed up.
Diao.
They showed up.
Parker. I was like, where did this come
They
from?
showed up.
The Kawhi 2 is a classic, too.
Oh, that's a banger.
It's a classic.
I'm surprised it's like a 15 Matt Bonner.
A lot of Wembanyama, though.
Oh, so much.
Yeah, look, and this is what's happening, which, again, I could say this with the wisdom of being here 25 years. This happens every time you're terrible.
Yes.
Yeah.
It does not happen when you're not.
flooded.
No, it doesn't happen. They just don't come. They just don't come.
Yeah.
But they feel comfortable coming when it's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you're good, the opposing fans don't come like that.
Yeah.
It like that Celtics game, that was crazy. This only happens when you're having terrible seasons.
So I think the Celtics thing also got helped by a Friday night, too.
It did,
It's
but
a
I'm
travel,
saying
it's a travel
But
game.
I'm
You
saying,
get
but
Alabama,
I'm saying
Arkansas.
those tickets where you
Yeah.
see all those people, that lower bowl is sold to Grizzlies fans.
Yeah.
They're not coming.
Yeah.
They're not coming.
Yes.
And last night, same way. It's like, all right, people are like, you know what I mean? And look, there's nothing more prevalent than the bandwagon. And I mean, and the Spurs are the thing right now. Like, I mean, geez, hitching your wagon to them ain't a bad thing. You're probably having a lot of fun. I'd give anything. Like, I watched them last night, and I'll be like, that is you pray you're like that, right?
Yeah, tanking.
Obviously, you're never
get you Wembyama,
you're never gonna
Castle.
have. You know what I mean? You're not gonna have that.
Yeah.
But man, it'd be fun to have seen Edie against him. He's actually one of the guys that's actually as tall.
Just put his arms up.
There's very few people that tall. At least we do have somebody tall.
Yeah.
As agile, maybe not, but
No, but he's tall.
Yes,
yeah,
he's
tall.
tall.
Though. He can just stand there, deter him a little
We
bit.
would have gotten more than one offensive rebound.
Jalen compared Wemby to it's a great comparison. He compared him to like a lockdown corner in football. Like Darrell Revis.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
You're not throwing that way, bro. Like you're not going that way.
All right, a couple other things I do want to hit.
Man.
Last night, the most unbelievable collapse ever by the Houston Rockets. A 13-point overtime lead evaporated with a 15-0 run. But in the middle of this 15-0 run, at the beginning of the overtime, Scott Foster kicked out Naz Reid. And, you know, this was framed kind of unfairly, but you can see this. There's Scott Foster, and then this is clipped where he's moving. And so I saw this clipped a lot of places where Naz Reid's going, he's moving, but they left out the first part of the clip where Naz Reid goes, stop that shit, Scott. That's what got him.
I mean, that ain't that aggressive, though.
But
that's not that aggressive at all.
But the Timberwolves thought Scott Foster was robbing them last night, the whole game.
Yeah.
They thought they were robbing him. Dude, this one was crazy. They win the game. Watch Julius Randle pointing and walking towards Scott Foster after the game. Do you see it?
Yeah,
oh, bro.
I see it.
Watch him.
Yeah, he gonna get a little nice little slap on the wrisky for that.
No,
one.
and then started yelling as he was going down to the tunnel.
Yeah.
That ish didn't work tonight, Scott. That ish you tried to pull didn't work tonight, Scott.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they
he's
gonna
get
I mean, look.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Scott Foster was bullshitting, bro.
Scott Foster threw out Naz Reid last night. That was crazy.
Then he called that dumb foul on Julius Randle for like him running through the screen. They called it a flagrant.
Yeah.
That was nasty. Like he was on some stuff last night. Bro.
It didn't work evidently,
Yeah.
according to the Timberwolves, and so
Kevin Durant saved him.
And
Kevin Durant was terrible.
Oh my goodness.
Down the stretch.
Look, they are. You want teams that are hot going into the playoffs, not the ones stumbling. And this Rockets thing over the course of the last couple of weeks has been pretty. They've had some pretty brutal ones. Certainly that Lakers game. This one. I mean, they've had some other ones too, where they have just collapsed in either fourth quarters or overtime.
I saw a thing last night where it said, I don't think any team in the history of the NBA has blown a 13-point lead in overtime.
It's tough to do.
Let me see if I can
There
find
shouldn't
it.
be enough time.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
NBA largest comebacks in overtime comebacks in 96-97. 13 was last night. 9 was the other biggest ones. So yeah.
Yeah, there shouldn't be enough time to come back from
Last thing, two things before we get to Allan Boston. The first of which is, I told you how much I love Brad Underwood, the coach at Illinois. I've loved him since he was at Stephen F. Austin.
I'm just a huge fan of this guy. And this clip is a good little glimpse into why I like him so much. They tried to ask him about having to play Houston in Houston. Because we brought this up, right? It's like, wait, hold on. Now they're in the Sweet 16 and they're playing Houston in Houston? And they are. And they asked Brad Underwood at the press conference leading into these Sweet 16 games about having to play Houston in Houston.
You know, I've been asked that before, and I'll be honest, I could care less. And I'm gonna sound really kind of selfish here. I'm an old JUCO ball coach. I drove on 16 passenger vans. I drove from Dodge City, Kansas to Mesa, Arizona for a basketball game, for a tournament in a bus. You had told me back then that I'm getting to coach basketball in the Sweet 16 and play Houston. I would sign up for it. I would crawl to get there. If we want to beat them, no matter where we play them, we'd have to play great. Guess what? We're going to have to do that tomorrow. And I think they're going to have to play well if they want a chance to beat us. And so we've won on the road. We've been pretty successful doing that in the Big Ten. So I don't pay too much attention to it. I'm just grateful for the opportunity, and you know, playing Houston's a challenge enough. It doesn't matter where.
I find him to be so authentic. I love this guy. Yeah. You know what I mean? Very rarely will you hear a guy saying, like, I'm an old JUCO basketball coach. And that moment where it's like grateful for the position you're in at the moment, right? That you have somebody ask you about having to play Houston in Houston, and you're like, bro, I used to drive a 16-passenger van, and if you would have told me I can coach in the Sweet 16 against Houston, I would have crawled to get there. Mm-hmm. And that's like never losing sight of the opportunities given, right? And being grateful for the position that you're in. And I think all of us, anybody in life, right? It's like if you think back to other things, you're like, wow, I should really be more grateful about the position I'm in. And guys like that, like they bring it to light, right? The other thing I want to mention is I could not believe this. There have been 85 games that John Caliperry has coached in the NCAA tournament. This Arizona game is the biggest underdog he has ever been. Going back to UMass in the 96 Final Four against Kentucky. That's when he had Marcus Camby. That's 30 years ago. You think about all those tournament teams. You think about, 85 career NCAA tournament games. Yeah. He has never been this big of an underdog. They are 8.5-point underdogs to Arizona. You got to go all the way back to UMass, which was an incredible story. UMass versus Kentucky in that Final Four when he had Marcus Camby. Wild, though.
You know why? If I was a betting man, bro,
8.5?
I see the 8.5, and I'm, ooh. And they're playing at 8:45.
What's the total?
I don't know.
I'd be interested in just taking the over.
They're undefeated, bro, when they play past 8 p.m.
Is that true?
That's just these are facts.
All right, we're going to find out what Allan Boston thinks about all these games on the other side. Our favorite college basketball wise guy is going to join us and take us through the Sweet 16. Chris Vernon, shoot!
In the Tennessee Army National Guard, you can start a career in exciting fields, including science, communications, engineering, and medicine, all while earning money for your education. This training will boost your eligibility for a high-paying and rewarding profession. And you can get it all while serving part-time in your community. The Tennessee Army National Guard can pay for up to 100% of your college tuition. To learn more, visit nationalguard.com.t-n.
Junior Grizzlies summer camps presented by Ortho South are the key to a slam dunk summer with over a dozen 4-day camps perfect for Hoopers ages 6 to 14 looking to build fundamental skills and make unforgettable memories. With camps across the Mid-South in Tennessee, Mississippi, and Arkansas, you won't have to go far for the ultimate hoops experience this summer. Registration comes with a Junior Grizzlies jersey, lunchbox, and a basketball to take home. Don't wait, space is limited. Visit Grizzlies.com/Junior Grizzlies today to secure a spot for a fun-filled summer. That's Grizzlies.com/Junior Grizzlies.
Grizzlies fans, dunks, dimes, and no-looks are great on TV, but nothing compares to catching them IRL. And that starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can catch every highlight in person. From seeing your favorite Grizzly stars up close to hearing the squeak of the sneakers on the hardwood. Put that jersey collection to use and get tickets at Ticketmaster. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside, Memphis.
With living in luxury at Southland Casino Hotel, the good life is closer than you think. Members get one entry with every 100 points earned playing on their Lucky North Rewards card, plus one free entry daily. Win free play at our hourly drawings, and don't miss our Saturday grand prize drawings in March. You could win a home theater package, premium massage chair, an outdoor jacuzzi, and $250,000 cash. Luxurious prizes await at Southland Casino Hotel. Must be 21 or older. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
Each challenge is unique, so each game plan is customized to identify opportunity and the path to victory. It's true in basketball, it's true in banking. Grizzlies Checking from Pinnacle with personalized planning and advice. Play hard, bank easy. Open a Grizzlies checking account with at least $100 and a recurring direct deposit by May 30th, and you could receive a $200 direct deposit bonus into your account. Details at grizzliesbanking.com. Member FDIC.
Wells, a rhythm three. Yes, sir! That's an exclamation point on this game.
Grizz fans, defend your home court from pests with Terminex. Before cockroaches, spiders, and mice show up, Terminex it with our pest-free 365-plus year-round protection plan. Visit Terminex.com today and enter code SAVE50 at checkout to save $50. Terms apply. Go Grizzlies!
Nate Bargatze.
Look, I say a lot of dumb stuff. I try to keep it in front of large groups. Seems to go better that way.
Big Dumb Eyes World Tour.
When you say something dumb one-on-one, it's a lot for that person. I'll say it, then I can just feel that they feel the weight of my life on their shoulders.
Tickets and info at NateBargatze.com. Don't miss the Big Dumb Eyes World Tour. Nate Bargatze.
Did you see that hockey goal from the Russian Hockey League? We're going to come right in front of the table and we're going to recreate.
We're going to recreate the moment. Hold around. You do it. Go, let's go!
Tune in to the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt live every weekday at 8 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Welcome back to the Chris Vernon Show on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, back to your host, Chris
On one morning
Vernon.
bright and clear, my old folks and I drew near, just a village down in sunny Tennessee. I'd been speeding on that train that would bring me back again to that girl I left in sunny Tennessee. I could hear those voices singing.
The only thing better than Saturday Night Hoops is when it comes with an exclusive Grizzlies hoodie. Just $60 gets you a Grizzlies ticket and a limited edition hoodie, not sold anywhere else. Don't miss your next chance to collect the 3 of 4 designs Saturday, March 28th. That's in 2 days from now. The Grizzlies take on the Chicago Bulls at FedEx Forum. Buy your tickets today at grizzlies.com/ Saturday. All right. Allan Boston has been featured in the book called The Odds. He has been featured in the documentary, The Best of It. He's a longtime college basketball wise guy. He has returned to the Northeast from his trek out to Las Vegas, which he did not like and I believe got food poisoning during. But I'm glad to see his healthy face today. Allan!
What up?
You okay?
Yeah, I'm a little jet lagged, and yes, I was extremely sick in Vegas, so my recollections of the weekend's games won't be very good, but we'll see what we can do. We had some pretty good thought in the first round, and
hey, look, we go to Vegas
last year, like it was a disaster last year, but this year I got a lot of it right, and outside of the UCLA debacle, I had a very happy first round.
We're gonna hate them for that for that game forever. The UCF game.
Weird.
Yeah.
Of course, even after all the nonsense, Sky Clark just had to hold on to the ball, and they covered. He's an 87% foul shooter. But anyway, let's not rehash the negative.
I got it. Hey, no. We go to Vegas every July for NBA Summer League. So what made you sick? We'll stay away.
I'm guessing it was food poisoning. I went to a place called Cleaver's that was actually pretty good, but I won't be going back.
All right. Well, I know you were super sick while you were there. I'm glad that you're doing well now. All right, let's go through these games one by one. The Sweet 16. First game that is going to tip off is Purdue against Texas. Texas is obviously surprised to be in the position they're in. This is our new version of Cinderella. Those underdog, scrappy Texas Longhorns that have $500 billion at their disposal.
Oh, so they're on the low end of the NIL, huh? Yeah, they really haven't impressed me at all. The BYU team they beat was completely clueless and just very, very disappointing performance by BYU. And then Gonzaga, I guess the injury to Braden Huff, is that his name? And the kid Worley, I guess, hasn't been 100% for a while. And maybe the fact that, their roots are Cinderella-esque and maybe their talent is not sufficient enough to go all the way, even though Mark Few is pretty damn good at coaching. I think that kind of their lack of athleticism got exposed a little bit. So I'm still not a Texas fan. Their season was kind of shoddy at best. And on the other hand, Purdue, who had minor injuries to their two key guys, the point guard and Kaufman-Wren. Was it Braden Smith? I'm not good with names, and I am out of it here, but we'll do the best we can. I think having been through it and having some continuity does help them in this tournament. And when push comes to shove, they kind of just know what to do, which I'm not so sure Texas does. That sounds kind of silly, but I think that's accurate. I think the point spread is about right. I made it 8, maybe 8.5. And I think Purdue's experience and superior coaching will get them through this and possibly even on the easy side. I just haven't been at all impressed with Texas.
All right.
So
but you wouldn't mess with this unless it goes down.
No, there's not much to bet this round. But if you wanted to put a gun in my head, I would probably bet Purdue. But they haven't been that impressive either. They were kind of life and death with Miami, which not unexpected. Purdue is not some great team, but they do have they're Kaufman-Wren seemed to be 100%, something he hadn't been all year, and that matters a lot to this team. So their upside maybe is slightly higher, and they do have Matt Painter, which is always a good thing. I'm not knocking the Texas coach. Miller's all right, but Purdue's a different level, and I just think they'll win. But
all right.
I have no great analysis there. Believe me, the point spread's right, and I think that's it. I got nothing to say.
All right. Big surprise is that Iowa and Nebraska are facing off against each other in the Sweet 16. A great story either way, because it's Ben McCollum who has pulled this off with Iowa in their first Sweet 16 since '99, and obviously Nebraska's first Sweet 16
ever. So it's going to be a good story no matter who wins this game. But how do you see the game?
Iowa has been unbelievable. I mean, that draw, Clemson, Florida, that's as rough as anyone's had it to get here. Yes, they were a 9 seed, I think, but still getting Clemson as an 8 seed was no bargain. And then getting Florida, who I thought would win the whole thing, was really no bargain. And I really thought a bad matchup for Iowa. And, of course, I was just totally wrong. Of course, Florida was very apathetic, and Iowa took advantage. I mean, as big as an advantage Florida had up front, Iowa was dominating the inside. They took it to them. I think the 60-point win in the first round hurt Florida. I think that they took this game a little lightly. They were a big favorite, fell behind, made their run, and then completely lost their minds. Like, I don't know what Golden was doing. Like, who don't you want to have the ball when they need a shot to win? Well, Sturts, of course. So why even guard the inbounder? Again, I'm not a coach. I don't know what I'm doing, but to me, I'd be doubling Sturts. I wouldn't let him have the ball. Let someone else beat you. I don't care if they're wide open for a shot. Don't let Sturts have the ball because he's going to do something good. The kid never makes a mistake. The kid is just absolute joy to watch, especially since he started at a D2 school with McCollum. So the whole story is about as Cinderella-esque as you'll get in this tournament. And on the other end, you have Nebraska, who was lights out to start the year and kind of wavered as teams figured them out a little bit. And I'm not so sure they've been great in this tournament. Troy, once again, I was wrong for the same reason. Probably just the NIL has just made the disparity in talent between the haves and the have-nots just too big to overcome, and no amount of good coaching can save them. And Troy, once again, was run out of the gym. Couldn't even get a shot off. It was just disappointing. And I was wrong. You know, the best you could do is learn from it. And then the second round, I didn't expect Nebraska to beat Vanderbilt, but Vanderbilt, I think they're like 11 for 30 something from 3-point land. Like they didn't. The coach said we had all kinds of open shots that we normally make, and we just didn't make them. And so Nebraska got through that. Going back to during the year, Iowa and Nebraska played twice. Iowa won as a 1.5-point favorite, 57-52, I want to say. And then they played this lame duck game, the last game of the year that meant nothing to them, where they had beaten Nebraska the first time. The game meant nothing to their seeding, nothing, completely meaningless game. And here they are, 10 down, and Iowa rallies to tie it before they lost, I think, 84-75 in overtime. So I think Nebraska was 5.5 that game. So during the year, Nebraska would be about a 2-point favorite based on point spreads. My line personally is pick. And if you just look at the games individually, Iowa won the first one at home, sure, and could have won the second one in a game that meant nothing. So Nebraska kind of like petered out a little bit and reverted to their level, where Iowa just seems to get better and better and better. McCollum is probably the best coach in the tournament since Eric Olin is not in it. And I just feel with a longer prep, I'm not a Hoiberg fan. I know he's kind of revered in the circles, but I don't get it. And they did kind of peter out kind of as the year ended. And I think Iowa will win the game. I think McCollum will be the difference. And then you get to watch Bennett Sturts for 40 minutes. So it's a free roll to watch this game. That kid's amazing.
Being that the line is 1.5 for Nebraska, usually
I would take 2, not 1.5. I mean, as a betting person.
Okay.
So I'm offering an opinion on the show, and
yeah, I understand, but you would. But I'm saying just for
I'm not betting it unless it gets to 2, right?
Understood.
Right.
Arkansas. We were just talking before you came on. This is in 85 NCAA tournament games coached. This is the biggest underdog John Caliperry has ever been. The only game even close was his UMass team in 96 was a 7.5-point underdog to Kentucky. And so now Arkansas is playing against Arizona, and the line is 8.5. So it's the biggest underdog that they've ever been, Calipari. What do you make of it?
I think that kind of helps them. I'm not a big Calipari fan as a coach. As a human being, he seems pretty awesome. But as a coach, I don't – whatever. So the coaching edge definitely Arizona here. However, Arkansas – the committee once again screwed Calipari. They don't like him. Like they I think we mentioned that they played on Sunday and then had to play on Thursday in Oregon when there's a pod in Oklahoma somewhere. So they could have kept them closer, and they did win the Southeast Conference tournament. Like, they're no joke. They do have maybe the best player in the country. That Acuff kid is an absolute freak. I mean that in a good way.
He is.
Like,
No, he's unbelievable.
Unbelievable. And has gotten better and better and better. And, Caliperry's always recruited these elite athletes, at Kentucky where they paid for them, and now where it's he hates the NIL because he can't just do it behind closed doors. Now it's all out in the open where they pay people. So, his edges have been negated a little bit where everyone can pay him now, where, he just paid him. So probably paid him. We're not going to get ourselves in trouble here with, accusations that may be unfounded.
Allan, in fairness,
anyway.
in fairness, you're talking to a town that we don't have a 2008 Final Four banner up. So.
That got nixed, huh? Anyway, I think another one of his might.
You might remember he
anyway,
coached
I do like him. I like, but so their first round win was impressive. Hawaii was completely outmanned, but on after playing 3 games in 3 days and taking this long flight on short notice, they were very impressive. And then the High Point game, which maybe seemed like a struggle, was a struggle, but maybe that was expected, because now it was 3 games in 3 days and 3 days off and they played, and then a day off and they played, and they have a 6-man rotation because Pringle's out and they had an injury prior in the year. So basically they're using 6 men playing, what's that, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games in 9 days or something.
They're saying they did not list. They say they did not list Pringle on the in the injury report for tonight. That he's going to be available.
I'm referencing the High Point game where they only had 6 players.
Right.
Yeah. So maybe their struggle was expected. Also, High Point was very, very good. High Point was sneaky athletic, and so I'm not knocking Arkansas for the High Point game. I had the game lower, and I think maybe that their struggle was kind of expected. Arizona's had a cakewalk to this round. They had LIU in the first round, and I don't even remember the second round. It was help me.
Who? Arizona?
Yeah, who'd they beat in the second round?
Utah State.
Oh yeah, Utah State. Utah State. I don't remember that one.
Utah State hung around for a while.
Well, the Utah State game. Right now, it triggers a memory. I'm sorry, I'm out of it, audience. But so they had an 18-point lead down to 4, and the shot clock's winding down, and some guy flings in a 30-footer, and that was it. The game was over. But they missed that shot. Arizona might not be in the tournament. Utah State had completely taken the game over, and maybe expose some things in Arizona's game, or maybe not. Not that Caliperry is going to take advantage of them. But the thing about Arkansas is they offer kind of a unique challenge for Arizona. This will be the most athletic team they face this year. And one thing about Caliperry is he lets his athletes play. He doesn't bog them down with X's and O's, because I don't think he's capable of teaching them. But, so go to your strengths and let the boys play. And he gets them to play hard. They defend really well, this team. And, they have Acuff, and that other guard is really good, too. He's no joke either. And, I could see if they put their good effort in, they could really make their athleticism could really make Arizona's life miserable. And I think the line is only slightly high. My line is 7.5. But I could see Arkansas, which is completely counter to what I think, because Tommy Lloyd, I think, is an infinitely better coach than Calipari. But I kind of have a sense that this is something Arizona might not be comfortable with, and I think Arkansas has got a shot at the upset.
All right.
Let's go,
Devin wants Arkansas
Devin's
to win.
happy. Yay.
All right. Illinois and Houston. This is a dream. Illinois-Houston is a dream matchup. I mean, this is great, right? The 2-3 and the 2 seed and the 3 seed. 2 absolutely awesome teams. 2, I think, in both of our opinions, very, very good coaches. And so this is the nightcap, Illinois and Houston. Houston, slight favorite.
Yeah, this is a hell of a game. My line is Houston 2. Kelvin Sampson said all along, remember, I have a young team, and the team I have at the end of the year is going to be infinitely different than the team at the beginning of the year. And, of course, Kelvin Sampson was right. He usually is. And this team is playing at a level that's rather good. However, they had a cupcake draw thus far. A&M was the worst matchup in the world. Houston was the worst matchup in the world for A&M, and it played out like it. And their first round was a walkover. Illinois has also had a cupcake draw to this point. My alma mater was no match for them. And VCU was 18 down to the great Hubert Davis, sayonara, Hubert Davis. And somehow North Carolina gave the game away. Although VCU tried to give it back to them several times. It was a battle of attrition with two teams that didn't have a clue. So Illinois had no problems with the VCU team that maybe was out of gas from the big comeback and wasn't any good anyway and was lost out there. So, I think 2 is about the right number. I think both teams are very capable of winning the whole thing. They both go 8 deep with talent galore, 1 through 8. I'm not going to get into matchups, but Illinois definitely would have the matchup advantage inside, and maybe that's what they should be doing, But what bothers me with Illinois was when I watched them play Michigan, and Michigan's pressure finally got to them. They really imploded, and they started taking bad shot after bad shot after bad shot. And Houston's style really could get Illinois in that mindset again. And if that happens, it's going to be a blowout, I assure you. Like, if Illinois does what they did against Michigan, where they just go to, low IQ basketball, they're going to get killed. If they can maintain their composure in the heat of all the mayhem and extreme defensive pressure that Houston puts on them, then they're probably the more talented team and can pull the upset. But I don't expect them to do that. Underwood, who I loved for a while and has definitely done some good things this year offensively, tweaking his game, I still didn't like the way they played when they stepped up in class, and they are stepping up in class in here. And I kind of think Houston wins.
All right.
I'm not betting. I think the line's right.
So nothing tonight, or maybe Arkansas?
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay.
Nothing. Right. Iowa +2 if it goes up. Yeah.
Iowa +2 if it goes up.
Or if you want to, yeah.
All right. Let's try to hit the Friday games then.
Let's do it.
You find okay? St.
Tomorrow
John.
Tomorrow we can preview the next one if you have time. Anyway.
Yeah. No, let's do. We'll get you back tomorrow to talk about however these ones go tonight.
Yeah, hopefully I'll be wide awake.
Yeah, Duke St. John's.
This could be pretty epic. Duke way down to Siena incredibly, and then actually struggled a little bit with TCU. I thought the TCU game would be a blowout from the start to finish, and it wasn't. It took a while for them to wear them out, and they did. Duke obviously had an immense year this year, but they have a couple injuries. The starting center did come back, played 15 minutes, so maybe he'll play a little bit more. And St. John's had an easy time with Northern Iowa. Again, the talent gap was just too much for Northern Iowa to overcome. They were out of it immediately. And when they finally did get a hold of themselves, they made a run and played St. John's pretty tough for a while. But they're a good team, Northern Iowa. That coach is amazing. And then St. John's warmed down. And then the second round game, St. John's should have won by 50. Like, the game should have been over, long over. They missed wide open shot after wide open shot after wide open shot. And again, that's their Achilles heel, to sound a little cliche, is their lack of ability to hit 3-pointers could make them, is what's going to get them knocked out of this tournament at some point. Now, is that tonight? I don't know. They have, and just as a sidelight, I mentioned that Boozer bloodied a guy up and didn't get called for the foul. I was exaggerating. All right. There was a block charge situation where he clearly was the offensive foul, would have been a second foul in the Siena game, but he didn't bloody the guy up. So I don't want to hear any, shit about me misspeaking there. I was joking.
Well, and by the way, to your point on the whole St. John's thing, even Patino during the game, when they grabbed him on the sideline, he was like, basically, I'm paraphrasing, but it was basically, they don't think we can shoot, so they're packing it in. We've got to prove them wrong.
Right.
That was it.
The shots they had were layups. Like, they just couldn't make them.
Right.
However, again, this, Patino's offensive work is typically a little shaky, but his defensive preparation is elite. And his starting center is fantastic.
Ejiofor.
Yeah.
Zuby.
Zuby. That's what he calls him, Zuby, yeah.
Well, and he's the one. He's the one.
Patino loves the kid. He's good because Patino criticizes his players nonstop. He was
the Kansas transfer.
Mm-hmm. Right. Probably got a little better coaching here than at Kansas, but that's for another day. So Duke, again, has not faced a team that plays as hard as this. And I may have mentioned in the past what I think Duke struggles with, and maybe that is having a little bit of toughness. I will refrain from different words that have been used in the past, but sometimes they lack a little toughness. And, you know, even though Duke gets away with murder in these games, or Boozer has gotten away with murder, and he does. It's just fact. I don't know why, but they do. They will not be facing anything like St. John's is going to put at them, and Pitino will definitely scheme to get Boozer out of the game if it's possible. So someone else is going to have to light it up for Duke. Now they have talent all over the board, but again, this is going to be a different kind of animal that they faced all year. And if you don't get comfortable with the heat that St. John's puts on you, and I'm sure there'll be lots of heat. I don't think Duke's been pressed all year, but I think they'll see it tonight. Again, if St. John's can find a way to make some shots, they can pull the upset here.
Wow.
And I'll be rooting for it.
They play tomorrow. They play tomorrow, but we got time.
Huh?
They play tomorrow, not tonight.
Oh, anyway.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, sorry. All right, yeah.
We're taking St. John's, though.
No, but
we're not. We're not taking St. John's.
I'm just commenting that they could pull the upset. Like,
all right.
I got to say something. I made the game 5.5, so I have no opinion. I would probably take 7 for a little bit, or maybe a little money line. And if you want action on the game, that's all I can offer.
The biggest line is Michigan 9.5 over Bama.
Yeah, my number is 8 on it. I don't trust it. But again, here's another situation where, you know, a team with a real polar possible results is Alabama. You see what they can do to teams. Texas Tech is no joke, and the game was over early. I did hear a rumor that Nate Oates was trying to see if Magic Johnson wanted to come in as a grad transfer for the.
I told these guys, Allan.
It's not true.
It's not
sure.
true. That's
okay.
untrue. But I told these guys right after we watched the last round, I said, you could come in next Friday or whatever, Saturday morning. You just show me what Alabama shot from 3, and I will tell you whether or not they won or not. Because they may put up.
What goes on here.
No, they may put up 50, and if they make a bunch of them, then they're probably going to win. And if they
they're completely outmanned here, and you know, Michigan's best strategy, I think, is to probably get this in a half-court game. But Alabama, you know, because they dominate up front, and they do have the elite length to stop all the three-point shooting. However, Alabama is so fast to get to the spots that they want to shoot from. That's his game. They even sacrifice good shots at times to take those shots to try to create this up and down mayhem game, which Michigan doesn't mind, but that's the only way Alabama can beat them.
Well, the other thing is, I don't know if you've ever seen their practice court at Bama, but Oates has done this since he was at Buffalo. They have a 4-point line. It's like basically 5 feet back from the 3-point line. And that's what they practice on, as to create more spacing, right? So, like, their guys are comfortable shooting it from 5 feet past the 3-point line. It's crazy.
Right. Exactly. They'll sacrifice a good shot to take that shot. It's not a bad shot for them.
Right.
And they will get a shot that's open, even if it's from some ridiculous thing. And don't give the NCAA ideas. They might actually want to put a 4-point play on the line and ruin the game further. They already ruined it with the 3-point shot, so they might as well, like, let's go for 4. But maybe that would give the underdog a chance, so they really can't do that. Anyway, if Alabama's bombing in threes, like, you know, why not? But if Michigan imposes their will at all, it's going to be ugly. Yeah. So I pass.
All right. Michigan State, UConn, bloodbath.
Great game. Yeah. Well, you know, great job by Izzo, and his press conference last game was. Again, I encourage everybody to listen to the Greg Campy, Tom Izzo, any of their press conferences over the years. It's just what college basketball should be about. And Izzo, again, Fears had a huge game for them last game. He took over the game and basically won it for him. And I think he broke some assist record. I don't pay attention to this, and plus I was on my deathbed. But Izzo, before he praised his point guard for his game, talked about how he's grown as a person. Like, He said the job of a coach, which has been lost in today's world, is with stewards for the student athlete. And he could say student athlete because he actually tries to perpetuate that idea. And he was basically trashing the game, saying that coaches just completely, their concern is winning and not with the kids. And he went out of his way to talk about how happy he is with this team because they've all grown as human beings. And that sounds maybe a little, I don't know.
Pollyanna.
Romantic or Pollyanna, good word. Yeah. But it's accurate. That's what Izzo thinks his job is. He's a mentor first and basketball coach second. And that being said, he's done an amazing job with this team. This is not some team I had rated very highly during the year. They keep playing better and better and better. Their last win surprised me. I thought Louisville would beat them. Again, Louisville got a lot of open shots and missed them, but Michigan State did play extremely well to win that game. And here we have UConn on the other side, who was life and death with Furman, a team I love in the first round. Their point guard was out that game, and it was very difficult for a team like UConn sometimes to play as a 20-point favorite with national championships. 2 years in a row, and then last year it was they were out in the second round. But that first round game was very, very tricky. I think Hurley called the weight of the first round on UConn as hard. And then round 2, again, it's all a fog to me. Who'd they beat?
Who, UConn?
Yeah.
UConn game was
UCLA.
That was the UCLA game where Caravan went crazy. Alex Caravan.
Right. That's the point I want to make. Sorry. I really am like not recovered, and had a flight that got in late last night. And anyway, so the UCLA game was actually a tight game. There was no Bilodeau for UCLA, and Caravan went haywire. And Cronin said after the game, I maybe wish I put someone smaller on it to defend him, and then Cronin went on to praise Caravan for staying loyal to UConn and growing as a player. And so that was a tight game that they made some call against UCLA where Cronin lost his mind and got a technical, and the game got out of hand late. So maybe that struggle doesn't look good for UConn, but I thought UCLA was very, very good. I thought UCLA was actually a threat to go a long way in this tournament. So I'm not knocking that struggle, that seeming struggle with UCLA. I think what's relevant here is the ceiling for UConn, I think, is extremely high. I've said that all along. It doesn't seem like they've shown it, but I still believe it's there. Their A game, I think, is good enough to win the whole thing. I don't think Michigan State has that level. Part B, when St. John's ran UConn out of the Big East finale, they took Caravan out of everything he wanted to do. They had him away from all his spots. And I think that triggered something in Caravan where he is now moving without the ball, like nonstop. Like he is going to take over the game. He took over the UCLA game. And if need be, he will take over this game because I think that loss to St. John's was the best thing that could have happened to him. It exposed some of their flaws, which Pitino is very good at. And they ironed him out. He has an elite coaching staff, Hurley. And I think this is actually kind of a mismatch, if I'm being honest. Michigan State has not done well stepping up in class. Home to Duke, they lost in a really good situation, a game where the home dog atmosphere should have been enough to carry them through. Michigan at home, they lost. And as good as Michigan State's played, their ceiling is capped at about where they are. They can't play to a higher rating than they do because the talent isn't overwhelming. Where I think UConn's ceiling is higher. I'm just repeating myself a little bit, but I'm bringing it back full circle here. I think UConn wins this easily, and I think this is a great bet.
All right, UConn. We finally got one.
Yay!
We finally got one. UConn. You love UConn against Michigan State.
And, it's
you
almost
know
a free
what? I'm happy about that.
I've become a big Izzo fan, so
I like Michigan State as a program. I love Izzo, but I cannot stand that point guard. I want them to lose so badly. He flops everywhere. He's gotten in trouble for kicking and tripping people throughout the year. He's the worst. Fears drives me crazy.
That seems to be a thing with him. Which
he just annoys me.
I avoid it because he is a talented kid.
I know. I just hope UConn wins. All right, last one.
Yeah, well, Hurley let the referees know about the flopping. That's for sure.
There's no question.
His dirty play has been, but I think Izzo and his have had several heart-to-hearts about that. I think that's what he was alluding to in the press conferences. Yeah. I think you'll see the kid to clean his act up, but
All right.
Who knows? What's that cliche? The zebra doesn't change its stripes or something?
Last one. This has got some local interest. Tennessee is playing Iowa State. Iowa State, who's had to get to this point while losing their best player, 4 minutes into the first game, Joshua Jefferson. Iowa State is still, 3.5-point favorite against Tennessee?
Yeah. So, Iowa State had a cakewalk in the first round, and then basically a cakewalk in the second round. Kentucky was completely lost on the court, and I have no idea what Mark Pope was doing, except he was holding his head a lot, that. So maybe he's getting prepared for some sort of a charade game. I don't know, but his team was playing charades on the court. I don't know what that. It was really disappointing. I was a Pope fan, but
you're not
wavering.
Okay, you're wavering.
Yeah, that's because they should have lost the first game too. I mean, Sendek let him shoot a three. You just got it. Oh yeah. Before I get to this game, 2 things on this tournament. 3 things. The inability for people to inbound against pressure is mind blowing. Watch that over and over and over again. Teams can't get it in against pressure. Number 2, teams letting teams shoot threes when they have the length of the court to go, and you can foul them ahead 3. You cannot do that. And part 3, something I alluded to before the tournament started, is I still don't know what a travel is, and I still don't know what a foul is. And this tournament has not swayed my opinion any. They really need to clean up the refereeing. It's so different game to game to game that it makes it difficult to watch at times. Anyway, that's my little overall viewing of what's happened so far. Also, there'll never be a Cinderella again, which is really depressing. Iowa is probably the closest thing we'll get to it this year. With D2 players and just a genius coach. That's kind of the signature Cinderella type prototype. Anyway, on to this game. Yeah, so Iowa State, very impressive losing Jefferson and then killing Kentucky, but it was more Kentucky than Iowa State. They were just bad. Tennessee, they had I gotta cheat. Oh yeah, they had Miami O on short rest, who was completely outmanned, and then the Virginia game where they tried to give it away, but recovered in time to hang on. I think this line is too high. My line is only 2 on it, and that's with Jefferson playing, and I guess he's supposed to play, but he might not be 100%. And Tennessee's been a really good dog over the years. The problem is you're trying to get Rick Barnes to win a big game. And his program's good. Look, this team wins every year. I'm just not a fan. I don't think I don't think he's any great coach. I think his in-game adjustments are terrible. He gets out coached a lot, and Otzelberger is pretty good, maybe even better than pretty good. And also, the unique style that Iowa State presents might be a struggle for Tennessee, but Tennessee's got athletes, and if they can handle it, there's no reason they can't win this game, especially if Jefferson's not 100%. I just can't go to war with Rick Barnes against Otzelberger. So I definitely lean to Tennessee. I would probably take 4 for some sort of bet. Not much, but that's my reservation.
So of all the Sweet 16 games, the one that you love, is UConn. UConn. That's it.
Yeah, I have no insight. Unlike the first round, where I had a bunch of them.
Hey, let me get quick hits real quick, okay?
Quick hits, we got it.
Hubert Davis getting fired.
Expected, should have happened longer ago, probably. Did you watch the VCU game? That was just embarrassing. It's just you just can't.
Will Wade going from NC State to LSU?
Is that what he did?
Yeah.
Wasn't he at LSU already?
Yeah, he went back.
Yeah, it's a better program. I don't blame him.
After 1 year.
Yeah, these guys disgust me. So all these coaches disgust me, and I don't think Will Wade's any bargain as a coach. So
okay,
that NC State team completely lost its way as the year went on. But yeah, LSU needed a coach, and so maybe he did something underhanded the first time there, but maybe not. So.
Brian Hodgson hired at Providence.
Great hire by Providence. They needed a new coach. Kim English was a disaster.
All right.
It's good. Providence is a good old program with a very loyal fan base, and they have some money behind them, and I think it'll be a massive improvement. I just wonder where Hodgson's coached mid-majors. He is a Nate Oates guy. I just wonder how that style works at high levels. That's the issue. That helter-skelter. I mean, Oates has made it work, but is Oates ever going to win a national championship like that? I don't know.
The guy from Utah State, Calhoun, getting the Cincinnati job.
Oh, he took it?
Yeah.
Ugh. Yeah, Calhoun's one of the best coaches in the country. He's a Huggins guy. How can he not be, right? All the Huggins guys are good. Even the Darius Acuff kid at LaSalle is really, really good. It's why mid-majors have zero chance. Like, because Utah State's had great coach after great coach after great coach.
Wow.
And they keep getting, hired away. Except when Stu Morrill was there, but that was back in the day when kept the great coaches for years.
And this is the one you're going to lose your mind about if you don't know.
I don't know.
You really don't know. You are
Randy
going to lose.
Bennett, ASU?
Yes.
Yeah, that I knew. I knew that a long time ago. Someone told me that was happening. He did it because he wanted this kid to be the next head coach there. He did it for very unselfish reasons. Unlike most of these guys who selfishly want more money, Randy Bennett was very happy at St. Mary's, but he wanted this kid to have the head coaching job. And before someone else got him, here, it's your job now.
So he pulled a Bruce Pearl.
What?
He pulled a Bruce Pearl.
No, Bruce Pearl knew his team sucked this year, and so let me get out of here. I think maybe that was but no, yeah, Bruce Pearl's kids in it over his head. Did you watch them play last night? They're embarrassing. Like no clue what they're doing out there. But Calhoun's elite, and Randy Bennett's elite. But you think it's a step up, St. Mary's, Arizona State? I don't think so. St. Mary's is an unbelievable fan base. Even though they don't have any money, he makes it work. Arizona State's never been a basketball powerhouse, and as much as Hurley gets knocked down there, he's not a moron. And
last
anyway,
one I want to ask you about in our conference, Memphis's conference.
Does Memphis have a new coach?
Stop. No.
I'm asking. I don't know.
No, we don't have a new coach.
They hired a women's coach. They hired a new women's coach.
No, Chris Mack took the South Florida job that Hodgson left. You like Chris Mack?
Yes, I think he's very good.
You do think he's very good?
Yeah.
He had very good success at Xavier, for sure.
Yeah, no, he did a good job. He did a good job at Louisville until he didn't. But I think there was more to that than
there was.
Yeah, and I think he's better, maybe better off in a mid-majorish type school.
Okay.
Yeah.
After these, all right. Obviously, we got unbelievable basketball games that are going on tonight. We will we'll reconvene with you tomorrow and get your thoughts on the games that are going to be set up for Saturday. Thanks, Allan.
Yeah, I'll actually watch them. Hopefully, I'll be more awake.
No, you did great today. You did great.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
you're a real
first round. I did good in the first round.
You're a real warrior too. I know you had a super late flight and you've gone through food poisoning. You showed up for us, so
of course I did. I can't miss my Memphis show.
You get big kudos. Thanks, brother.
All right, later.
All right, see you, bud. Allan Boston, our favorite college basketball wise guy. Thoughts on UConn is the one that he really.
Yeah, he looks.
Really
I
likes.
thought he was gonna like Iowa State, but
nope.
Yeah, because I knew the Rick Barnes thing was coming. You know, I knew that was coming.
Shout out to Allan, man.
Caliperry, Rick Barnes, Bill
Like
Self,
hog,
Coach
man.
K, like he.
Tell you this, I mentioned to him the Will Wade thing. I mean, get a more unlikable set of coaches than LSU.
I know, right? They got a trifecta around,
Those
bro.
guys.
Kim Mulkey, Lane Kiffin, and now Will Wade. That's a trifecta.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's like Thanos.
Seriously.
Infinity Stones of asshole coaches.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Good luck to that athletic director.
With the PR staff.
Yeah, no, the PR staff for sure.
Unbelievable. So he did end up leaving NC State. Yeah. Now look, there was a guy who knows, but I saw a clip from these guys in Raleigh on the radio, and the reason that I am giving this credence is because they said on the radio, the guy goes, the guy that gave me blank story, and it was a story that he had nailed. He's the same guy that told me this, and I'm telling you, they're telling me that Will Wade to LSU is done. He's leaving. And then he followed it up. This is a guy in Raleigh. And he said, and my source tells me they told him they've got $15 million for next year's roster. And that's why, I mean, and they're hiring all his best friends, the McNeese guys.
Right.
Are all coming there.
Except Amir Khan.
I don't know. You never know.
You might bring Oricon.
Maybe Oricon ends up. Hey, then they'll truly be unlikable to you.
Leave him where he is.
Oricon.
Go get a job at Home Depot.
L Baseball is started today. Already.
They're killing my boy Paul Skenes, bro.
Paul Skenes got rocked.
He did?
And my guy
5 runs through 37 pitches,
Hey.
2/3 of an inning, and he's out.
You know Paris is there.
Yeah.
He's at the game?
No, he's at the game.
So you saw my guy Cruz struggle in center field?
I got to tell Gary he's got to go comfort Livy Dunn.
Yeah, Paul Skenes pulled.
She's probably there.
Paul Skenes pulled in the first inning, gave up 5 runs on 37 pitches.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
Wow.
Didn't even make it out of the first inning.
Unbelievable. So that one got started. And look, this is the day that I get to wear my my Cardinals gear, because I told William this morning, I said it's opening day today, and he goes, "Are we going to be any good?" And I said, "No." And I said, but
set the tone.
We're 0-0. We are undefeated at least until 5:30 Central today.
Who y'all play today? Let me see.
Huh?
Who y'all play first game?
The Rays.
Oh, you can beat the Rays, right?
I hope so.
I mean, you're an underdog, so.
I'm aware. We're going to be underdogs the entire season. Our season win total on FanDuel is 69.5. You play 162.
Yeah,
this could get maybe. I mean,
that's filthy.
So hey, I can root for prospects, and hopefully some of the rookies are awesome.
Hey, we do have a Memphis women's coach. She's coming from Georgia Southern.
Yeah.
Oh, is that right?
Hannah Hayden or something?
Hannah Hayden. She was 23-8 last year with Georgia Southern. Took them to the NCAA tournament. 16-2 in the conference in the Sun Belt. 14-1 at the crib. 9-6 at home. So yeah, we got a new women's head coach right now. Shout out Hannah Hayden. Welcome to Memphis. There you go. That's all I got for you right now.
All right. Hannah Hayden. She is going to be there. Coaching at the University of Memphis women's program this year.
We need a resurgence, bro. There's too much talent in this area for Memphis women's basketball to be buns.
Gotcha.
Well, they haven't been good in like 20 years.
That's my point.
All right. Well, I'm going to be heading out. Hey, everybody that's out there, if you do such things, say a quick prayer for my son, William. Many of you on the show know him. He has been a member of this show and has been on the show many times. He's getting knee surgery today. So I told him, I said, look, brother, I said, hey, I go through this every day with guys getting surgeries. It's not that big of a deal. Everything's going to be okay. But we got to get this thing taken care of. We got a great doctor, and such is life.
I think Grizz PR should add William to an honorary tweet and
William
send it
Vernon
out.
should be on the
It's not gonna be the easiest recovery, but he's 16 and he can attack the rehab, and hopefully he's gonna, can't have a bum knee for life, right?
No.
And
minor setback for a major comeback.
And so, anyways, say a little prayer for him today, and his mom for that matter. She's been so stressed out about the whole thing, as have I.
Yeah.
But hopefully everything's just gonna be just fine. It's going to do it for today's show. Thanks to Allan Boston. Thanks to Devin Walker. Thanks to John Roser across the glass. Thanks to Jaylon back in the studio. Until tomorrow, we gone.